This is a video about finding the best fit line or a trend line when you're looking at data that may not have all the data points in a line already. I'm going to start out in Excel to visualize some data and then quickly move over into MATLAB. So from Excel, let's say I have the perfect case first where everything already lies on a straight line. I've got my x values and my y value, and every y value is just 10 times the x value. So I can visualize this with a graph in Excel, and I can see all the points are already on the line. And if I wanted to put an equation down that represents this line, I could do it in slope-intercept form, where I'm saying the equation is y is equal to, and then m stands for the slope, or we can look at any 2 points and say what's the change in y over the change in x. So any 2 y value points, we've got a change of y of 100, and then the change in x for any 2 points is 10. So my equation is going to be just 100 divided by 10. We can simplify that to 10. And then where do we intersect the y-axis? Well, that's just at 0. So we can get rid of the plus 0 part at the end when we're describing this line. So the equation for this line, y is equal to 10x, that was easy, but what if it doesn't perfectly work out like that? So I'm going to change a couple of the values here. Instead of having 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, I changed a few of my x values and I changed a few of my y values. And then I want to take a look at graphing this. So I'll select all the data I want to graph, and from Excel I can do insert, and let's insert, and I want to actually be a scatter plot. And we can see we've got the points here, but there isn't by default a line being drawn because not everything's on a perfect line. But we can have Excel figure out that best fit line for us if you select any of the points and right click and say add trend line. And so now it'll do its best to fill in a best fit line. You can say whether or not the trend's going to be linear or logarithmic. And then down at the bottom, there's a display equation on chart button I'm going to click. And then, wow, that's just the format we were looking at, that slope-intercept format for the line, showing us here's the slope of the line and here's where it's going to intersect the y-axis. So if I wanted to do something like that in MATLAB, a programming language, it's not that difficult to do. I'm going to move over to MATLAB, and I've got the same data. I've got all my x values and my y values, and there is a function for doing scatter plots where you pass in your x and your y values, and what we get looks very similar to what we were looking at in Excel before we added the trend line. To make this easier for you guys to see, because the little points are kind of small, so I'm going to increase the size of those points. I'm going to just change them to maybe red, and then make them diamonds and filled in shapes, and run that again just to make it really easy to see that scatter plot. Plus now you know all the options that you can use with the scatter plots. So that is the scatter plot, but how do I draw in that trend line? There's more than one way to do it, but I'm going to show you a way to do it where we're exactly going to match what Excel is doing. First, I'm going to create a variable n that has the number of values that we're looking at. We can just take the length of either x or y to say, well, in my case, I have 5 values. So n will be 5 when I run this. In fact, I'll just run it, and because I left off the semicolon on that last line, I can see, yep, n is equal to 5. What's the next thing I want to calculate is I want the sum of all my x values. I can just use MATLAB's sum function. The sum of all my y values, we can again use the sum function. I also want the sum of x times y, and I want to do element by element multiplication of every x value times every y value. So this 0 times 0, the 10 times 100, and keep going for all of those values, and then sum them all together. So I've got that in a variable, and I also want the sum of all of my x values squared and then added together. So I'll call my variable sum of x squared. So we'll do the sum of what is x squared. And let me find, we can either multiply it by itself or just do that little caret to say I want to square it. All right, so using that, you can actually get the slope, let me spell slope correctly, by doing this complicated equation, n times the sum of x times y minus the sum of x times the sum of y divided by n times the sum of x squared minus the sum of x squared. Okay, that is a mouthful. Let me leave that all on the screen, and I'm going to run it at this point just to make sure we're getting a value that maps with our, let's see, what did I misspell? Oh, I need to do element by element when I'm squaring each of those. So I haven't drawn the line yet, but I just wanted to check that the slope that I'm calculating here using MATLAB matches the slope of 9.2862 that I got from Excel, and it definitely does. So it looks like we're in good shape there. What about the y-intercept? So that's going to be the sum of y minus the slope times the sum of x divided by n. And again, I'm going to double check this value with what I got in Excel. So my y-intercept, negative 2.9. I check my Excel, and negative 2.9249. So everything's matching. All I need to do now that I have the slope and the y-intercept is to actually draw that trend line. And I don't need to print those to the screen, but I'll just keep doing that. Let me do hold on so the graph stays on there. And I'll say my x values for the line are just going to go from 0 to 45. My y values for the line, I'm going to calculate the y value for each of those x values using my slope times each of those x1 values plus the y-intercept. And now I should be able to plot my best fit line. And we'll go ahead and run this and take a look at the graph. And now I've got my best fit line here along, and I'm just going to compare it again with Excel, and it looks pretty identical to what I calculated using Excel. So that's an example of how to draw a trend line for your data using MATLAB or Excel. Hopefully that helps. Have a great day. If you enjoyed this video, hit thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks.